everyone, welcome back. We have a lot of lip tints to cover today. There are a total of 7 BT21 shades, so I did group them into 7 groups. For the original collection, there's up to shade 13 except for number 9, but I pretty much have all of them except for shade number 13. I've grouped them into their similar shades, and I will also be talking about the formula, also comparing the shades side by side and all that jazz. So let's go ahead and get started. Starting off with number 1, we have Sleeping Koya, and for the original collection, number 6, Soft Walnut. As you can see, the color of the shade bottom, it pretty much looks really similar to each other. On the bottom we have the BT21 shade, and on the top is the original. Both colors look really similar to each other, same undertone. I'm gonna go on this side with the Sleepy Koya. Also, please do excuse the lighting, the sun is kind of coming in and out. But anyway, here's the side-by-side comparison of these two shades. They're really similar to each other. Pretty much the same color. Now I'm going to talk about the formula. To be honest with you, I think the BT21 formula is a little bit more sticky and it has more of a matte finish, whereas the original collection has more of a creamy finish. You can barely notice the difference, but it feels different on your lips. Overall, the original collection is more lightweight, it's more creamy, better to apply, whereas the BT21 is a little bit more sticky. It has a matte finish, so if you're into that, then that's great. I personally find that it kind of dries out my lips. It's not terrible, but you just have to keep that in mind and make sure that you prep your lips well beforehand. So for this scent, the original collection smells a little bit like crayons, and the BT21 collection smells pretty similar, but it's not as strong. You have to get pretty close to it to smell it. Whereas the original collection, you can smell it from about an inch away. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead with the transfer test. It looks like the BT21 transferred more on the side here. This is really weird because I applied this first too, so you would think the stain is better. But it does look like some of it got removed. It still has a pretty good stain overall. This one does have a stronger stain. However, I also wanted to compare some with Brick, more of a muted blush pink / red type of color. Next up we have number 2, Peach RJ, and number 3, Mellow Peach. I want to see the undertone. Looks really similar to each other, the undertone as well. Again, same color, just different names. Next up we have 4 shades. At the bottom we have number 3, Milk Tea Cooky. On top of that is number 4, Ginger Milk Tea. And then we have number 12, Salmon Brick, and at the top, Vanilla Cream. I kind of blended it out so you can see the undertone. As you can see, they have their own distinct color. Milk Tea Cooky is a warm autumn mute color. This is Milk Tea Cooky on this side. I'm not going to do the gradient lip just because we have a lot of lip tints to go through. Ginger Milk Tea is also a warm autumn mute color. Now this is Ginger Milk Tea on this side, really similar. The Salmon Brick is also a warm autumn nude color. It has more blush pink undertones. Next up we have Salmon Brick. You can see here there's quite a big difference in the shade color. Both of these are also warm autumn nudes, so I wanted to compare them side by side. Salmon Brick does have more red undertones. Vanilla Cream is also a warm autumn nude, more of a brown color with pink undertones. Next up we have Vanilla Cream. As you can see, it's more of a beige color. It doesn't have any orange undertones. Next up we have number 4, Dancing Rose Mang or Mang. On top of that we have number 1, Analog Rose, and number 2, Vintage Red. I think Dancing Rose and Analog Rose pretty much looks the same. Vintage Red on top is also an orange color, but it does seem to have more of a coral pink undertone to it. Again, basically they're the same color, same undertone. I would just have to say for the formula, it still feels sticky for the BT21 collection. The original collection is more creamy, more lightweight. For this one, the finish looks pretty much similar to each other. I don't know if it's a hit or miss product, but that's really weird. Vintage Red, it has more red than orange in it, however really similar to each other. You can barely notice the difference when they're next to each other. Anyway, moving on to the pink / mauve shades. We have number 5, Midnight Chimney at the bottom, and then on top of that is Midnight Mauve. We have Smoky Cherry, which is definitely a really hot pink. It's a very big contrast, but didn't want to leave it out. Then at the top we have Rose Latte. Midnight Chimney and Midnight Mauve are pretty much the same color, same undertone as well. Smoky Cherry is a hot pink color, and then we have Rose Latte, which is quite similar to the first two, but it's a lot more muted and it has mauvey undertones. Again, same color. I think the big main difference is the formula for the BT21. It still feels sticky. I'm gonna skip Smoky Cherry because it's a really hot pink. So I'm gonna go right ahead and do Rose Latte. Rose Latte is more muted. It has more brown undertones. Moving on to Fuchsia Pinks, we have Cranberry Tata, and then Cranberry Plum, and Rose Blending. So Cranberry Tata and Cranberry Plum are pretty much the same color, kind of like a fuchsia berry color. And then we have Rose Blending, which is a deeper color and it has more purple undertones. Cranberry Tata is a neutral autumn winter deep dark color. Cranberry Plum is also a neutral autumn winter deep dark color as well, aka same color. And then Rose Blending is a cool summer mute color. You know the gist, same color, same undertone. Now this is Rose Blending, quite similar, but it is a deeper color. Not much of a red undertone, it has more of a mauve. Last but not least, we have our purple slash mauve colors. On the bottom, you have Cooky on top, and on top of that is Dusty Beige. Cooky on top has more purple undertones. Dusty Beige is sort of like a brown purple. This should be a little bit different. Similar to each other, but Dusty Beige is definitely a lot more muted, has more purple undertones, and then Cooky on top is kind of like a notch lower. So this is a full look, again very similar. Dusty Beige is darker, you can create the same color as Cooky on top, whereas Cooky on top, this is as far as it goes, so it's just a shade lighter. Cooky on top is a cool summer mute color, and Dusty Beige is also a cool summer mute color. I would say the big difference is the formula for the BT21. It's more of a matte finish. The original formula is more creamy, it's more lightweight. It applies better. It does take a little longer to dry compared to the BT21, but it doesn't dry on my lips. Both of them are mask proof, however. Anyway, I hope that you found this helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.